Hey, what's going on YouTube? Matt's Wrestling Collectibles back again today with another figure pickups video. These are the figures that I've grabbed over the past week. A couple of them I've had already and just have not put them into a video yet, so I'd like to show you them today. Hopefully we can get right into this. Gonna make this quick, and I hope you guys enjoy as always. First up on the block here today, not even a WWE or a wrestling figure, but another line of figures that I collect, and I do love these. I have to show this one off. We have none other than Israel Adesanya. He is from the UFC Ultimate. I believe this is Series 1 as they're calling it, but technically it is Series 2. The original first series that came out was numberless. So this is the first series, technically Series 2. A great figure. I think they've definitely upgraded with the Jazzware figures as far as the UFC is concerned. The first series that they had that came out, they were a little spotty. The figures themselves were a bit underscaled. You know, you would put John Jones next to the Conor McGregor, and the height difference was not extremely off. And of course, you know, you have somebody who is 6'4", 6'5", to somebody who is, you know, 5'9". So essentially a bit of a scaling gap as of this second series here. They have definitely brought the scaling to a much better consistency. I think it fits more with the AEW Jazzware figures, and I think it works perfect with the Mattel figures as always. The great details within this is obviously he does come with a secondary head sculpt and head scan, and he's got the shades on that with the smiling face. His head sculpt that comes on the figure, of course, his fight face. We've got a second set of gloves. The gloves that are on him are closed fists. The gloves that it comes with on the secondary are open hand, open fist. We've got the UFC Middleweight Championship wrapped around his waist. And, of course, we've got the Auckland, New Zealand, and Australian flag represented behind him. My mistake, if any of that is incorrect. Obviously, I should know that. Obviously, it says right on the back here, we've got Israel Adesanya, and it does not even say where he's from. It says what fight this figure is from and what it is based from. This is his fight versus Yoel Romero. They fought at 185 pounds of middleweight, which is the sanctioned weight at UFC 248. That was on March 7th of 2020, of course, in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. The winner, Adesanya, of course, round 5 decision. Not the best fight ever, but sometimes when you're the champ, you got to play it off, you got to play it smart, and of course, getting into a slugfest with Yoel Romero is probably not your best bet. Aside from that, the figure is very well detailed, as I said. It looks great. I really do like it. I like the way that they did the tattoos, the sides with his name and face on this one, as well as just a bigger face on this side. And great figure. Looks great. Happy to add it to the collection. The back has all the stats and everything on there. But a great figure. I really do love this. I was happy to add it to the collection. As far as this series is concerned, I now have the Adesanya, the McGregor, and the Chase variant, Jorge Masvidal, as Ariel Helwani would say. But still looking to get the regular Masvidal, and I'm also trying to grab the others of the set, Ngannou, Uriah Faber, and Amanda Nunes, as completing these UFC figure lines has definitely been something I am enjoying doing, and I love UFC, I love MMA. You know, so wrestling is not the only hobby of the action figures, but UFC definitely taking a close second in priority there. But there we have it. We have Israel Adesanya, UFC Ultimate Series 1. Now we're going to get into the WWE figures. So first up, we have our Legends figures that we picked up this week, and first one is the Junkyard Dog. Now, I was looking for this online for quite some time. I noticed that both figures are posted as Chase figures. I do believe the blue is the actual Chase. Of course, that could be give or take. I know some people may say red and say blue, I don't know. As far as the outfit is concerned, you don't get one on the front of this package here, so you can't tell what tights he should be wearing as opposed to what the variant would be. This is Legend Series 12, and obviously in the rest of this set you have Kevin Nash, Billy Gunn, and Roddy Piper. Great set. I really was happy to get the Junkyard Dog. I think this is a great figure. I love the detail on this as well. Head sculpt is looking good. I do love that it comes with the oh-so-heavenly king crown that we all know and love. And, you know, it's funny because when you look at some of these accessories. It brings me back to some of the Jax accessories, and the crown and the king's hat there, of course, being one of them. So I remember having tons of them from the Jax, so many Jerry Lawlers, or so many accessories that I picked up over time. Comes with the dog collar, dog chain, an extra set of hands. It's very, very nice, very well put together. The outfit itself, as we take a look at it, we have got the blue taking over predominantly, but we also have some red and white in there as well. Like I said, a great head sculpt. I think the figure, the body, everything really, you know, encapsulates the Junkyard Dog, and a great figure at that. And that is Junkyard Dog from Legends Series 12. Now we move up a series to Series 13. Got the Cowboy Bob Orton in the other day. This one, kind of a love-hate with me right now. Reason being, I got a extremely good deal on this. And funny enough, when we're talking about gotta get a deal, you gotta talk about my man Kyle Peterson back there. Great guy there on YouTube. If you haven't checked his channel out, please go and take a look. He has an amazing figure collection. Every elite that has been made from day one till now. I think he said there are a couple that he doesn't have, that he doesn't consider to be a part of the line, and I think those are like maybe figures that were in production and then didn't get released. I know he was just recently talking about the Chief J Strongbow, which got canceled, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to grabbing that figure, and it is what it is. Sometimes things happen. But with this, the love and hate that I have with it is I got a wicked deal on it, and it did come very crushed. The packaging, not too bad now. Taking a look at it, you know, I popped it back out, tried to straighten it out as best as I could. It took a little damage in the mail, but that's how that goes. We've got, of course, Bob Orton here with his boxing gloves on, and he also comes with his patent leather vest with the frails on the bottom there. His hat, as always, and an extra set of hands with no boxing gloves. So that is very cool, you know, to put him in or out of your figure federations, as they would say. But a great figure. I do love this. I was happy to add it to the Legend series. And mainly the reason for that is back when I was collecting heavily, Classic Superstars was such a it was a force within Jax itself. It was its own thing, in my opinion. You know, Classic Superstars was something that I don't think we ever thought was going to end. Unfortunately, and fortunately, Jax became Mattel, and the license became Mattel. And I shouldn't say that Jax became Mattel, obviously two separate companies, but Mattel taking over. Of course, that was January 1st, 2010. And as far as it goes with Mattel, we have never looked back. But those Classic Superstars figures, oh man, I really wish that I kept those, wish that I hung on to them. Unfortunately, things happen, like I've said before, you know, you get out of what you're collecting, or you might change up what you really want. Myself, I've done that so many times over, and I'm kicking myself for it every single time that I look back on those old videos, which you can check out on my channel here if you haven't already. I have a couple of re-uploaded figure videos and figure collection videos from my MATTIEG401 days. Unfortunately, as I've said before, that account is not able to be accessed anymore. So I have re-uploaded some of those videos to this channel. So if you want to check those out, it says right on them, the re-upload video, and so on and so forth from there. And you guys can check those out. My apologies for the video quality on them. Remember, they are very old, 10, 12-year-old videos. They did not have the quality, unfortunately, that we get today. But with that being said, let's move on to the next one. I'm so happy and so excited that I finally was able to get this. I had been searching up and down, all around, and all through the town to try to get this figure. I could not find it, so I eventually turned to eBay. As always, got to get a deal, as always, and I would say that for $35 shipped, this was a hell of a deal. And we have the Batista Ultimate Edition Target exclusive. This figure is awesome. I mean, you can't say much more about it. WrestleMania 21, taking out the game, the Triple H, the Cerebral Assassin, so many more names that can go with it, the King of Kings, and of course, taking that World Heavyweight title from the game. And what I love about this figure so much is not only just the figure itself having that iconic Mattel detail. I love that we get the extra 2 head sculpts. I feel like that really makes the figure. Of course, you know, Batista in his pose when he comes out, mouth open, screaming, so that's great. And, you know, you have 2 more subtle face sculpts and head scans there. And I just really think that's great. I love the shirt. One of my favorite shirts that he had originally when he first kind of broke out into his own being. And, of course, the two clipboards that you have there with the contracts for WrestleMania, which is awesome. Obviously, one says that it would be Batista versus Triple H. The other one inserting Batista into the main event of John Cena versus JBL for the WWE Undisputed Championship at the time, in which he would have been able to make it a triple threat, but the storyline was predictable, and of course we knew he was going to go after the game. An awesome figure. I really do love this. I like how they do the red on the exclusives all around, and I think it really makes the box pop as well when you've got it next to the other ones that have the more white face and front to them. So, another great figure, Batista from the Ultimate Edition series, and I just, like I said, I can't say enough about it. It really brings me back to my childhood, and, you know, especially WrestleMania 21 at that time. I don't even know, I think I was maybe about 11 or 12, so definitely brings me back to my childhood. Batista, an all-time great, and I know that he's probably not going to, but I would love to see him come back and at least have a match, something. It would be funny if we ever did see it, but I've been saying with all the stuff that's going on with Cena right now, it would be quite the match to see if we ever saw Roman Reigns, John Cena, Batista, and Randy Orton in a fatal four-way for the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship. But that is Batista from the Ultimate Edition series. Next up, I've got two here. I don't know if we're going to go back-to-back with these, or yeah, I guess we could do that. We'll go back-to-back with these. But as I have been saying in some of my other videos, I am building up my Nexus figures again. And as most of you know, the Nexus figures only had a couple of guys who were made in the Elite series. Not to say that they didn't get Elite figures. I don't believe Darren Young ever did, and I don't believe Otunga or Tarver ever did either. But I know that obviously Justin Gabriel, Skip Sheffield becoming Ryback, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk obviously all had elites or elites that were also Nexus related in some way or another. With that being said, this is just a great two-pack. I was very happy to be able to pick this up. Told the person that I bought it from to please leave those Kmart stickers on there, because how could you not want them on there? I mean, such a throwback to Kmart itself. I don't even know how long that's been gone now. It's been quite some time. But we've got Justin Gabriel, we've got Darren Young in their Nexus attire, or their debut rookie attires with their Nexus armbands, which is what I really like about these figures. So with that being said, I'm going to break up and bring up the next one here. So now we have the other two-pack, which is David Otunga and Michael Tarver. And I got to say, these, again, great figures, Nexus figures. You know, just happy to have them, as I would say they're rookie figures. First time in the line figures. Great figures all the way around. I am really excited to get these. They were something that I was looking for a while now. Great price on them, could not pass it up. And I also have, right now I have the Skip Sheffield and I have the CM Punk. So we're getting close. We need to get Wade Barrett. We also need to get the two-pack that comes with Christian and Heath Slater. And then the Nexus will basically be complete at that point, aside from maybe making a custom Daniel Bryan with the armband, or even a Cena with the armband at that small time that he was within the Nexus. So, very happy to have these great figures. Wish I never got rid of them back in the day. Had, you know, a few sets of them at one point, especially when I was still doing the store. But very excited to get these. Was happy to pick them up. So that right there concludes our figure pickups video, and that is what I've gotten at least over the past week or so. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you can, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to give it a share. Tell your friends. And signing off for Matt, I will see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.